Good morning students and welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Dara Kapadia and in today's video I am going to brief you about supplementary chapter number 7, the making of the scientist. So the writer of this story is Robert Richardson. So Robert, here talking about one famous scientist, Richard E. Bright, who was very famous for his zoology actually, and he won so many prizes also in the biochemicals and also. So basically the whole story is based on this scientist from his childhood to the bringing and with the helpers, with the supporters, what he achieved in the future. The whole story is based on this only. So without wasting time, let's start the story. Richard E. Bright, in the very childhood only, in his first year only, when he was in the year of 1 year only, he started collecting butterflies. Had very interest to collect the butterflies. After kindergarten, when he reached till the kindergarten, KG, we can say that, right? He collected so many butterflies. But after 1 or 2 years, this job became very boring. This shows that the lack of interest was there. But the pillar, we can say the basic pillar of Richard Bright was his mother. Because of her, he can do whatever he wants to do. She provided each and everything, whatever the Richard wants for his research work or for his necessary things. Even one day, she brought a book for Richard. In that, there was a basic or a more knowledge about the butterflies, which was written by Dr. Urquhart of Toronto. He was a lecturer in the University of Toronto. So in this book there was a variety of butterflies actually, and Richardson wants to know more about it actually, because the job to collect the butterflies was very boring nowadays, right? So what this Richardson did, he read all the whole book, and at the end of the book there was a project that on the monarch butterfly, right? This is one kind of a breed of butterflies. And the monarch butterfly, he has to collect the monarch butterflies and put tag on it. And at so many years they have to recollect the same butterflies which he already tagged, right? So this was a very curious or very interesting thing for Bright. So he started collecting the monarch butterflies surrounding areas, nearby surrounding areas. And even the people told that there was a special place and that house to develop this kind of monarch butterflies only. The basement only, he developed the place for the butterflies only. So he tagged so many butterflies and then he flew away. So this is showing that the interest for this monarch butterfly, for the special butterflies were very expanded. But after that also it became very boring. In the school only, he participated in a science exhibition where his project was based on the fog cells, right? But this was not that much practical project actually, and he didn't win any kind of prize in this science fair. That was not only matter of this prize only, but he was very interested in science. He was very interested in innovation. But from that fair only, he came to know that he has to put some practical concept in the science fair. So what he did, he written a letter to Dr. Urquhart about the varied types of project based on the butterflies. And in reply also, that scientist, the doctor also given so many huge list of the project, and he worked on it, Bright worked on it, and in the next year only, the science fair, science exhibition, he put a new project which is based on the battles, because monarch butterflies in presence of the battles, they can't exist. So what he did an experiment that in the presence of battles only monarch butterflies are growing or not. That project was not successful. Okay, whatever the work did on it, right, was not successful. But then also he put that project in the science fair, and then he won the first prize in that fair. The science fair, because of this prize, the enthusiasm become upbringing more. The project, whatever he wants to do, he wants to deliver in the society, the interest become more and more developed. Afterwards, what the bride did, he worked on it, he worked more and more in this monarch butterflies. Even he found out that there are the gold spots on this butterfly. So people thought that it is for only the upbringing the beauty of the monarch butterfly, but according to the concept of Dr. Urquhart, there was something else. So the same thing Bright was thinking. So he started searching, he started doing some project on it about the gold spots on the monarch butterfly. And the same thing he put in the science fair only. And that same concept was represented over in that science exhibition, and again he won the prize. Right? Then he got a chance to showcase their own idea in the International Science Fair. Actually, this was a very big amount of showcasing, delivering his own capability actually. Right? And he was very happy for that. And end of that thing, he came to know that because of that gold spots, it is developing the hormones of the butterfly, and it helps to develop the pupa butterfly into the huge butterfly. We already know in the science in the previous years, we know the cycle of the butterfly. The egg is there, then the pupa, the caterpillar is there, then pupa is there, then the whole butterfly is expanding. So that gold spots develop the hormones of the butterfly, and because of the hormones, the butterfly is expanding the wings and all. So that kind of research he represented in the International Science Fair, and he got first prize in the zoology department, and all over the science fair he got the third prize. So this kind of newly invention welcomed by this science fields. And during his high school, people agreed to work in some laboratory. So in the summer vacation, he went there in the college laboratory, and with a very significant instruments, very important or very expensive instruments, he worked on it about this monarch butterfly and the gold spots. And from the X-ray of that gold spots or of that hormones, he mentioned the DNA of the cell. How the DNA and how the cell creates. So that was a very big invention in the world, because how the cell develops, how the cell creates, and the cell is correlated with the DNA that people didn't know previously. So this invention was very new in the world. So this concept he put in the next year's science exhibition, International Science Exhibition, and that concept again he won the first prize in that science fair. So making of this DNA, while he and his friend who was very interested in science subjects in their college, they both work on it. Again in summer vacation he started working on it, and he find out that the X-ray of that hormones of that X-ray of that hormones, he find out the DNA of this cell of this monarch butterfly. So again he put it in the science fair, and again he won the first prize. The whole life he prepared himself, right, on the science exhibition or in this new research only. So the invention of DNA or cell was very unique, and this is the showing that the monarch butterfly, the pupa, the Gallsports, DNA, right, cells, the baby cells, this was a very new invention in the world. So Richard Ebright, the backbone of the Richard Ebright was his mother, even his science SS teacher also, who always gave him new ideas, new concept for his project. So at the end of this chapter, he was very thankful for his mother, his SS teacher also, and the people who always support them. At the childhood only, Richard was very fond of science topic, and especially in butterfly. He was a lover he found a lover of the butterfly actually. So from the collecting to put a tag of one monarch butterfly, and on the science fair, the invention of cell, DNA relations, right, that was a huge gap, or we can say a huge generation between this whole life, whatever he expanded or he did the research on it. So this is showing that at the beginning, from his childhood to the bringing, as he became a young person, he did so many researches on the butterflies. Even during his childhood also, he listed out so many types of butterflies also while he collecting near the surrounding area. So this is showing that the interest in science field became him a scientist. So in this chapter, we have to understand that if we have faith, if we have courage to learn new things, to develop new things, we can do it. We can achieve our goal. But the goal should be very sharp and smart. We have to do very systematically. Then only we can do it. See, in this chapter we came to know in summer also, summer vacation, he was not spending his time to watching the TV or enjoying and take a rest. Instead of that, what he did research work in the laboratory. So if we want to achieve our goal, what we have to do? In rest time also, we have to keep thinking on that things only, we have to act on it, right? Then only we can achieve that goal. So this scientist, I'm not telling that we have to become a very huge person, very huge phenomena, very famous person. But if we want to achieve our small goals or the big goal, we have to do hard work like Richard Ebright, and we have to act on it. Right? So that's all. The whole chapter is based on all. So thank you so much. Have a nice day.